Okay, so are you ready for this? This month's deep dive is seriously next level stuff.
Oh,
We're talking innovations ripped right from the headlines. Well, not ripped, more like meticulously researched and thoughtfully presented.
yeah, exactly. And honestly, some of this tech is so wild, it wouldn't be out of place in a sci-fi movie.
Totally. Just to give you a taste, we've got a Nobel Prize for the godfather of AI. Driverless taxis about to hit the streets for real and even AI architects.
Buckle up, folks. Let's dive in.
Let's do it. First up, let's talk about Geoffrey Hinton, the man who just won a Nobel Prize in physics. And yeah, I know what you might be thinking. AI and physics. Since when did those go together?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. It's definitely raised some eyebrows, this whole thing.
So what gives? Is AI suddenly a branch of physics now?
Huh? Well, not exactly. It all comes down to Hinton's work on neural networks, which, and I can't stress this enough, really did form, like, the bedrock for the AI explosion we're seeing now. We're talking game-changing stuff.
Yeah.
But the physics connection, it's all about how information is processed at its core,
Yeah.
how it relates to, like, the fundamental laws of the universe.
Whoa, okay, we're getting deep here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a brain bender, but stick with me. Basically, if we can understand intelligence itself, even if it's artificial, it could unlock some crazy secrets about, like, the very fabric of reality.
Yeah.
Big stuff, right?
Mind blown. Okay, so then it's not just about building smarter computers, it's about understanding the universe better.
Exactly. It makes you question how we categorize these fields, right?
Yeah.
Like, where does AI end and physics begin? And here's the kicker. Hinton himself has been warning us about AI for years. Even called for a pause on some research, he was that concerned.
Yeah, he's definitely not afraid to speak his mind. He's been pretty vocal about needing to, like, set some boundaries, some regulations, so AI doesn't turn into a Black Mirror episode, basically.
Right. He's worried about what might happen if we just let AI develop unchecked. Unintended consequences, that kind of thing.
And now this Nobel Prize throws all of that into even sharper focus.
Absolutely. It's almost like a double-edged sword, right? We're celebrating this huge scientific achievement, but it's also a stark reminder of the potential risks. It adds a whole other dimension to the conversation about AI ethics.
Yeah.
Like, we can't just be gung-ho about the tech. We have to think about the consequences, the responsibility, all of that.
Heavy stuff. But speaking of responsibility and AI advancing at lightning speed, Elon Musk, never one to be outdone, unveiled Tesla's latest baby. And no, it's not a flamethrower this time. Get ready for it. The Cybercab.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
It's a fully autonomous robotaxi. And when I say fully autonomous, I mean like no steering wheel, no pedals, just vibes and AI getting you where you need to go.
This is it, right? Like, this is us taking that leap from, oh, self-driving cars are a thing of the future, to, boom, I'm being driven by an algorithm. Crazy.
It's wild, right? And this Cybercab, it's not just about the tech. It looks like something straight out of Blade Runner. Sleek, futuristic, all that.
It definitely has that wow factor.
And for under 30 grand, that's a whole lot of wow for not a lot of dough, relatively speaking. But get this. Musk says they'll be rolling off the production line by 2026. That's, like, right around the corner.
I know. It makes you realize just how fast everything's moving. It'll be interesting to see how cities adapt, because our roads aren't exactly built for driverless cars yet.
Right, like what happens to traffic lights and parking lots? So many questions.
Not to mention the job market, right? What happens to taxi drivers, truck drivers, even those folks who deliver pizzas? It's a whole can of worms.
Huge implications. But look, it's not just our roads that are about to get a futuristic makeover. AI's influence is spreading like wildfire, and now it's knocking on the doors of architecture, literally. You hear about this Nidus Lab thing in Spain?
Oh, yeah, that's a fascinating one. They're basically making AI architects, or, well, at least AI architect assistants.
Okay, break it down for me. I can barely arrange furniture in my living room. How's an AI going to design an actual house?
All right, so imagine. You're an architect, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got this client, they want a 3-bed, maybe a mid-century modern vibe, but on a budget, let's say $500,000 max. So you feed all that info into the AI tool, along with the lay of the land, the building site, any regulations, all that jazz. The AI then takes all that in, crunches the numbers, and spits out a bunch of different designs. We're talking like full-on floor plans, maybe even some fancy 3D models, the whole shebang.
Hold on, so you're telling me this AI is basically like having a super fast, super efficient intern that also happens to be a world-renowned architect?
Pretty much. It's like having a brainstorming partner that can generate thousands of ideas in the time it takes you to finish your coffee.
That's insane, but
Uh-huh.
also kind of amazing. Although it does make you wonder, what does this mean for actual architects, the humankind?
Yeah, it's a fair question. Like, are we all going to be living in AI-designed cookie-cutter houses?
Right. And what about the creative process? Can an algorithm really replace the human touch?
These are all things we need to be thinking about. Look, the tech is incredible, but we can't forget that these are tools. AI can be a powerful ally for architects, helping them work faster, more efficiently, and explore possibilities they might never have considered. But at the end of the day, it's still up to humans to make the final call. We need to be the ones driving the design, not just letting the algorithm steer us wherever they want to go.
I like that we need to be in the driver's seat, even when the cars are driving themselves. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. AI's won a Nobel Prize, self-driving taxis are about to be everywhere, and we might all be living in algorithm-designed homes in the near future.
It's a lot to process. But that's the world we live in now, right? Everything's changing so fast. And all of it, the Nobel Prize, the cybercab, the AI architecture, it all points to one thing. Artificial intelligence is going to shape our future, whether we like it or not.
No doubt about it. So the big question is, how do we want to shape that future with AI? And how do we make sure it benefits everyone, not just the tech giants?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we don't have all the answers. But being aware of the questions, that's the first step, right? So keep thinking, keep questioning, and let's all try to steer this technological revolution in a direction that works for everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself.